Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. To help keep this podcast free for you, we're partnering with Stokes Seeds. The 2017 Gardening Guide catalogs are hitting mailboxes everywhere. Request your catalog today online at stokeseeds.com or view virtual catalogs online. This fully secure site makes it easy to order your free catalog or your seeds or gardening accessories. More than just a listing of vegetable and flower seeds, Stokes Seeds' website is a complete resource center with valuable information on starting seeds, planting, and harvesting, plus all the gardening accessories you need to make your garden the envy of the neighborhood. Get growing with Stokes. We'll have more from Stokes Seeds in the next few weeks. Right now, today's question. We also had an email question in from Dana, who lives in Portsmouth, and Dana writes in, I live in southern Ohio, and I was wondering, when's the best time to plant shrubs? I'm looking at burning bushes and boxwoods.
Yeah, down in across the state generally, and you're just in the southern Ohio, just be a little bit ahead of the dates I give in general here, that you've got two big opportunities, the traditional time being spring, and that can be any time really from sort of late March into May. The earlier the better in the spring, weather dependent. You know, every year is a little different. Mm-hmm. If I say late March and there happens to be an ice storm or 2 feet of snow, we would wait a little bit. But spring is when most plants are available. Everyone's in the gardening season, and it's certainly a perfect time to plant. So basically late March into May. The only downside, and the reason I say as early as possible, is that plant hasn't got a lot of time to get established before the summer, and if we go into a very hot summer, it can be stressful. Mm-hmm. So the other time, and actually for those plants would both be fine, you can plant in the fall. And fall, I'm talking September, be perfect into mid, even late October, September, October. And the advantage in the fall is you do have some more time there. The soil is actually still warm from the summer, mm-hmm. and the roots can get established. So there's been a lot of promotions, both in the U.S. and in England, about fall planting. And it is a very good time to plant. You've got the nice moisture in the soil, warm soil, get the plant in the ground, and then take that sort of pressure off the springtime when you've got 1,000 other things to do. Mm-hmm. So you've got plenty of opportunities to get both the burning bush and the boxwood in the ground.
Now, I'm going to ask you about something Fred has been talking about the last few years. There are some people who really, to them, the burning bush is kind of a dirty word right now because they're saying it's becoming more invasive in Ohio and sort of taking over for native plants in the woods. How do you feel about the burning bushes?
Yeah, it definitely crossed my mind. It's a beautiful plant in many ways.
Wow,
but yes, what it can do is seed. So it's the seedlings that are coming up everywhere. What you might want to try is some varieties of the burning bush, so not necessarily just the species, and there are some more compact varieties, and I think they might be a little less aggressive and less spreading. But yeah, it's not, I don't think it's officially an invasive plant, but it is definitely spreading, mm-hmm. and it's something to be very careful of. In terms of that sort of red fall color it gets, and hence the name burning bush, there's probably nothing else to replace that color. But just something to be very aware of. The state, ODNR here in Ohio, actually keeps a list of invasive plants. Mm-hmm. That's always something good to check out. They sort of have a top 10, like a most wanted kind of list usually.
Honeysuckle on there, probably?
Yes, I think so,
yeah.
Yes. So definitely keep an eye on that, and talk to your nursery, talk to your local garden center, and maybe ask their advice, and look for some other ideas too.
I noticed, and you know, there's a park across the street from my house. I have the great big burning bush, bright red, you know, in the fall. Right. And then my neighbor behind me has some smaller varieties. And they're not nearly as large. They don't grow as large. And their leaves are a little smaller and almost a pink. Yep. Almost like a dark pink color, so they're just beautiful.
Yeah, really, and I think that is that more compact variety, and so look for that. And I've definitely noticed the pink. The coloration will vary with the season. It's the cold nights that mm-hmm. bring out that color, so be a little different each year. But easy to plant. Any of your shrubs, pretty much, you can definitely plant in the spring, and then you have a second chance in the fall.
Hey, thanks again for listening to the podcast. Remember, your 2017 Gardening Guide catalogs are available now. If you want one delivered to your home, go to stokeseeds.com. For the best selection of vegetable, flower, and herb seeds available, go to stokeseeds.com. Cultivating successful growers for generations.